Hello, how's it going, everybody? So my name is John Usiak, and I will be. Whoa, let me get rid of that. I'm going to be going over my game again today. I'm part of Usiak Games and Designs. I'm also a teacher of 3D art and illustration and anime for various schools. I am also a member of Indie Game Alliance, all partaking in board games. So I just wanted to go over a few things today. And if you saw my stream yesterday, I went over a little bit of the artwork. And today I just want to kind of go through a little bit of history, I guess. Not to bore you guys here, but I just want to start by saying that I've been developing games all my life. And I finally want to get something out there. And I had a game before this, but it was going to be quite expensive to do for my first time. Over $100,000 with minis and everything. It was like a fantasy game. So my friend and I, one night, were like, why don't we do something simpler and something about, I don't know, Ghost. I was always into Poltergeist and movies, those ghost story movies and Changeling and all the movies in the 80s. And I'm also a fan of Hitchcock and Arkham Horror. So I kind of, in a way, combined them all together. This is not so much Arkham Horror as it is more the 60s investigator, but it's paranormal investigation. And I'm going to turn my face off in a minute. So, just want to make sure we got some watching here. So, it's kind of a history of how this game was brought to life. So, one day I just started creating some designs. If you saw my link yesterday, I started with really crude drawings, and it progressed from there. So this board right here, just to show you, started out with something simple. In fact, it was on a piece of paper before even this. But you can watch the link yesterday. I think I lost it on my Facebook page and I had to re-upload it. But this is just a process I went through. Also, I want to point out, before I shut my camera out, if you guys want, I was supposed to Kickstarter in April. And I have over 1,000 of these flyers, and I mailed some out to people. They're going to ship it around when the Kickstarter date is going to come, probably in the fall. So if you want some of these, I have about 1,000. If you want some of these, send me a message through Facebook and email me your address. I'll send you them for free. And well, you're doing me the favor. You'd be shipping them around for me, promoting. So I'm hoping for an October launch for this game. So it'll be my first time, and hopefully it'll come together, because I plan to do expansions. I have two other boards in mind, and a modular mansion, kind of like an old school mystery mansion from the 80s, if you're familiar with that, but combined with this kind of style. So I just want to make sure. Let me take my face off for a second here. So we're only given 15 minutes. Let me take this off. All right. And I want to just do a little run through today. A quicker or a more in-depth run through than yesterday. But tomorrow I'm doing a stream for 30 minutes. I might go a little longer. And it takes a little bit explaining, but the game is relatively simple. And I just want to make sure I got through everything. Oh, you can go to my website, usiakgames.com. It's in the link. Facebook, there's a Skeptics page for that on Facebook. And Board Game Geek is a work in progress, so you can check the game out there. And what else? I just want to make sure I have nothing else. Also, this is part of the stay-at-home convention. I don't want to forget that. All right, so I have a few minutes. I just want to go over this game. This is in 3D. I think it's just easier to show it this way. This is pretty much exactly what you're going to get with the game, with some exceptions to the art. I'm redoing some of these cards. If you saw on the stream yesterday, like even this card, a lot of these have been updated. So a lot of them are going to start getting a different style and working more in sync with each other. So you can see here, there's a difference. So a lot of it's just going to go through constant refinement until the final, and a lot of these are kind of close to that. So the game, actually, let me, I'm going to turn my lighting on to make it a little more spooky here. So pretty cool. And the game starts out with 4 investigators, well, 2 to 4 investigators in the entrance. You can play 1 player, but you have to control 2 players. Just seeing if there's any questions here. Oh, and I just kind of, that Windows thing where everything just comes down. You shake the screen and everything. So we have 2 to 4 players, a co-op. You work together to try to prove the existence of the ghost. And to do that, you have to roll dice. Everyone starts with 3 of these clue dice. And the ghost is going to appear, he's over here, every hour in a specific room. And you're going to run to the room. Granted, you have as many spaces to run to there. And when you land on a space, you can start rolling those dice and try to match these symbols. Let's turn the lights off real quick. So here I would need 3 eyes, 2 eyes, and a camera. And when you complete it, so let's say you completed this one, you mark it. And if they're all marked by the end of the game, then you win. Now, every hour, the room deck is going to deplete. So there's, based on how many players, you can determine how many cards there are. And once this goes away, if you didn't satisfy all these, then the game ends as well, and everybody loses. And someone's messaging me here, which I should turn my volume down. So, in, where was I? So, yeah, you lose if the room deck runs out by the time you satisfy all these. Now, there's other things you could do to the game. So, in the game, you can collect items by searching. So, you have a variety of actions. You can move, so you can move around the board. You can search, so you can flip over this icon, and it could be a nothing here. It could be an item. It could be a special item or a clue. So, and then clues allow you to get dice to roll and summon the ghost and pull the ghost, actually. So that's other actions. So I can go in more in depth with this tomorrow during the live stream. I just wanted to talk about a few things. So I also want to mention, oh yeah, before you start, there's 6 ghosts you can choose from. So we have a shadow, we have a woman in white here, we have a poltergeist, an apparition, and on the back of this is a restless spirit. And if I make enough funding, I want to include a twins ghost based on my daughters. And then there's an entity as well in here somewhere. So there's the restless spirit. And each has different abilities that do something on the board. So the twins, actually, you have 2 ghosts at once, so that's pretty cool. So if I get enough funding, then the expansions will come with the game as well. All right, so pretty much that's the real, like, kind of more elaborate than yesterday. But yeah, you walk around the board, you search for objects, find items, and I was going to show you some of the items that are kind of, here we go. So these are all 3D renders, and made in Substance Painter, ZBrush, Maya, from me and various people helping me. So we have all these like items you can use. You have special items, and these are, except for this one that's painted by me, a lot of these are just 3D. Even that's 3D, just chalk. So using a variety of programs. But these items will help you get more dice to roll, extra movement. We can summon the ghost with extra dice. So there's a lot that comes into play. But there's a lot of pieces, but it's relatively pretty simple. In fact, everyone I play with after like 2 rounds are like, oh yeah, I get it. You just kind of need someone to read the rules first, make sense of it, and then explain it well. But I have not had a problem after like 2 rounds of play on the difficulty. So the hard part is beating the ghost. So even the easiest ghost, like this child, based on my stepson, can be difficult at times, because when he appears, he closes doors and like he'll cause havoc. So if you unlock this door and he appears in that room, he'll relock it. Like every ghost has a different ability. So poltergeist will throw objects around the rooms, and you'd have to knock them out of the way to get to the poltergeist and stuff like that. So anyway, I just want to talk a little bit more about the game. I think that's it. Just if you like what you see, let me turn that ghost mode back on, that ghostly lighting. If you kind of like what you see, this go to my Facebook page, my usiakgames.com as well, and check it out. Check out the progress. There will be another board on the back, so just to show you that there will be a museum on the back. And it's just the same. You start in the entrance, and you go through, solve, and search for clues, and unlock doors. The ghost appears in certain rooms, and same as this. So, let me get my face back on here. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I know sometimes 30-minute demos of playthrough kind of get overwhelming, so I wanted to keep it kind of simple. But anyway, feel free to like my stuff, and thank you very much for being part of this stayatHome.com.